came into Zimbabwe with his grandfather, who was a missionary, and he started teaching in the southern part of Zimbabwe, got attracted to some young ladies there, and they got married, and out I came. And so I'm 100% Zimbabwean, and I'm very proud of it, and I thank God for it. Mine is basically not to talk about the entire Econet story, because otherwise we'll be here the entire day, but basically just to give a snippet of my own experience within Econet. And possibly the best point to start my story is way back in 1996, on the 7th of February. I can never shake that date away from my mind, because that's the day our second child was born, Daniel. He was born in the Avenues Clinic, and that's the first day I also met Mr. Masiwa as the founder of Econet. And on the 12th o'clock on the 7th of February, after the birth of my son, the doctors dismissed me from the room and said, look, I could go anywhere I wanted. So I proceeded to go to the interview, because that happened to be the same day I had an interview with Mr. Masiwa in Fidelity Life Tower at the Kopi area. So I went there, and I must say that I was not looking for a job. I had been informed by the employment agent that I needed to talk to him. So I went there without sort of like what you would call an agency to find a job. And it was basically just to communicate and find what they wanted. That conversation transformed my life. And the question is, what is it that I found there? Because I was fairly comfortable where I was coming from, or where I was at that particular stage. But it was the interaction with Mr. Masiwa that was unique, in the sense that I saw something that I had never seen before in a man, and that is vision. The vision was so clear as he was articulating what he wanted to do, that it set my mind thinking that yes, I had come to this place without looking for a job. I had come from an employment agency who had indicated that this team needed to talk to me. But something hit me during that conversation. It was vision. Ladies and gentlemen, what are the fundamental things that I've learned in my life through the experience that I've had in Econet? If I may put it that the most important point that I learned was that as human beings, we cannot go successfully through life without clarity of vision. So there was a man, engineers, to the technical people, to say the technical platforms are in place. And I believe that what we need to do is to put on our thinking capacities and make those solutions a reality. Let me say diligence is something that I believe is one of the three fundamental pillars of success wherever you go. Again, from the chapter 10, verse 4, talks about lazy hands lead to poverty. But diligent hands always lead to wealth. I used to think that, no, it must be my relationship with somebody. No. Diligent hands lead to wealth. And let me conclude by a scripture which I love very much, Deuteronomy chapter 8:18, which says, but you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the capacity, some versions say the power to create wealth. And I believe that Zimbabwe is on its way to creating incredible wealth. And the men and women I see in this place, each one of us has been given that capacity. It's a God-given capacity. All we need is to turn it on. And I believe that nothing is impossible. Thank you very much.